Hello?
It's Jack. I want out.
Consider it your last job. You don't even have to pull the trigger.
Hey everybody, I'm Tatsudoshi.
And I'm Cord.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Well, today we're reviewing a classic movie.
A classic movie that came out last week.
That's kind of, wait, hold on. Oh, God!
I hope that was the chair cracking.
A movie that you just want to kind of... You get the idea. God, I'm out of shape. Cross your legs while drinking martini glasses and martini glass here.
You mean this?
Have a shut up, Buddha. Have a cigar and
Did you
this.
say Buddha?
It's kind of, because we're reviewing The American today.
The American is a movie. While everybody was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go see Machete." We missed Machete, so we went to see The American instead because, well, that was our second choice.
Right.
It was a good choice, actually. I thought this movie was very inquisitive, deep, that was paced very well. It wasn't an action movie. It's like the complete opposite of Machete. This movie has nothing. It's like, oh man, you look at the commercials of The American, George Clooney, guns, action, bitches, whores. It's like, it's the American version of Machete. No, that was The Expendables. Also, Machete's probably better, but...
And I liked it too, because I've been seeing a lot of actiony action, people just trying to outdick one another, and here comes this smooth-ass motherfucker named George Clooney. And this is this quiet-ass movie called The American, which was really good, and it has some action in it, but it's basically if you like your thriller or suspenseful movie, very mellow, very soft.
It was, throughout the movie, you are introduced a little bit more to George Clooney's character, who is an American, technically trapped in Italy to outrun some Swedish people. Apparently, the Swedish people are fucking dangerous.
Mm.
Thank you for the Swiss Miss chocolate, by the way. Do not kill me. But, he's basically trapped in Italy, and he tries his best to make no friends, because it's unmentioned, but he is an assassin. He's an assassin. That's
right.
what he is.
He kills people.
He kills people for money.
And you'll learn that in the movie quite fast.
You'll learn it quite fast. It's never really truly said, but it is what it is. I mean, they basically expect you to put two and two together. This guy kills people. That's why people want him dead. Makes perfect sense.
Here's peanut butter, here's jelly, make a sandwich.
But the cast is very small. The main cast is probably about 5 or 6 people at most, so you don't have to learn a lot of names.
Right. And that's good. It's like they really did a good job of making it simple yet interesting.
There are quite a few characters that you meet along the way, but again, they keep the main cast fairly small because through the 2 hours that you'll be sitting there, and it is about a 2-hour movie, it's about an hour and 50 minutes, which isn't bad. They pace things very slowly, and they want you to take it bit by bit. And the reason they do that, at least from my perspective, was they want you to feel afraid for George Clooney. And I felt afraid for George Clooney because nobody wants George Clooney to die because he's George Clooney. There's only one movie I want George Clooney to die in. That was Batman. And that's your battle scar, Clooney. That's your one scar.
It had a way of drawing you into the movie, being like, basically you're like right next to George Clooney, and you're like, and there's some parts where you're just like, it's not, I don't even know if it's intentional or anything, but it makes you fucking nervous.
Yeah, I agree. At some points of the movie, I think I really started feeling it about halfway through the movie where things started picking up just a little bit of speed. Not too much. Again, they really take the 2 hours to give you time to cope with the things that happen in the movie. But about halfway through, I started feeling physically on edge and nervous for George Clooney's character to the point where I'm kind of waiting and hoping. It's like, I might as well have been in the movie. It's like, George, what the hell's happening?
We gotta get out of here, man! You're gonna die! You're gonna die!
you're freaking out, but George Clooney, his character is stoic. He no emotion, very little quirks to his personality. He is very cut and dry. This is not a funny movie. This is not a one-liner. It's like, I bet you'll die even harder this time. Die hard too. Die harder again. The reckoning. But it has its charm and its moments to it that make it a unique experience. The easiest way I could explain it is, it's up in the air's pacing with guns. Up in the air again. We talked about it a while ago. It's paced very well. It goes through its pacings really quickly. And another George Clooney movie where it's like you really do get attached to George Clooney's character, and you do in this movie as well, but for completely different reasons. This is night and day as far as Clooney's acting is concerned. But they do have really similar traits to them. George Clooney is very stoic, very cold and very alone in both of these movies, and he plays it very well.
Mm-hmm. Now, this movie was actually based on a book, if I believe. Something with the
a very silent
man.
a
very silent gentleman or something like that.
If I'm not mistaken.
And you can tell actually that it's based on a movie, because at some points you almost kind of want to put words in George Clooney's mouth, like you want to think you want
or
like,
what he's thinking.
Yeah, or what he's thinking, like it's like it's like shit. It's like you're also like want to know what George Clooney's thinking. Read.
Where's my
page,
pop-up
read
videos?
page 27. I'm like, I'm actually thinking, kind of me asking. This is shocking me. Made me want to read the book.
Corn reading nonsense.
And the movie made me feel like I wanted more, but there was. I know there's
near.
I know there was more in the book. I'm like, damn, I bet the book's explain way more shit out of this silence.
If I'm not mistaken, the book is fairly short. So if you want to Google your Wikipedias, find the American, find the book that it's based off of. If I'm not mistaken, it's either a very quiet gentleman or a very quiet man. One of the two titles.
Either way, it's very quiet.
Either way, he doesn't say that. But if you want to see the movie, go see the movie first. And if you enjoy it, go read the book, because personally, I want to now. And this thing who doesn't read wants to read because of this movie, which is fucking crazy.
Pretty fucking.
That's amazing.
Pretty fucking insane right there.
That is amazing to me, because anytime I say this movie was based off a book, you're like, fuck that, I'll just watch the movie again.
Because really, anytime you see a movie based on a book, it's always like overblown explosions and special effects flying out your ass and shit.
They try and put more into it that wasn't supposed to be there, and then they rip the soul.
To make you like not want to fucking read the book and shit. But this one is weird because it's in reverse.
Right. I don't think they withheld much as far as storytelling is concerned, but as far as adding in some more of Clooney's character, I am almost certain that they did, which I personally want to see what the book had to say about that. But as far as the movie goes, this was an exceptional film. It was paced very well. If you don't like slow movies, then I'll just say this right now, you don't want to see this movie because it's just too slow for you. That being said, if you're willing to give this a shot and you don't like slow movies, do so. It is worth going to see in theaters. It is one of those things that if you can catch it in theaters, please do, because not only was it a very big movie, and a lot of people say, big, do you mean like big special effects like Avatar? No. Big, do you mean like explosions like in all those movies with explosions? No. Big like in, well, what do you mean then? It's like big as in it is very much a cinematic experience. You want to be, in a dark place, big screen, big sound, and you want those subtle nuances to carry you out throughout the entire movie, and that's just something that the movie theater captures better than sitting in front of your TV with all the lights on and you poking some relative in the jowls.
Don't get me wrong, though, but even if you can't see it in the theaters, when it comes out of DVD or something, pick it up anyway, too, because you can just dim the lights if you have a fireplace going. Just have a glass of wine.
It is worth seeing regardless, so if for whatever reason you don't live anywhere on this planet near a movie theater, wait till it comes out on DVD, rent it, buy it, whatever you need to see it. It is a very good film, and it is going to be overlooked tremendously, and I can guarantee you that it won't even go anywhere near the top 10 films of the year, but it definitely deserves to be.
Oh, I'm just gonna add this cherry on top just because I'm me, but it has boobs in it.
Yes, on several occasions there are jubblies.
Oh, and an ass, really good ass. This one.
Lot of nudity in this movie. A lot of nudity.
So that's a little sprinklings.
So if you're bored, there's tits in it. That's what you're trying to say.
Pretty much. I'm trying to get to somebody. I'm trying to reach out to somebody.
So, The American, great film, and even if you don't really like it, there's boobs in it. So
at least you can say that to your douchebag friends.
hey, come see this movie with me. Well, there's no explosions in it. There's tits. All right, you paying? No. All right, I'll pay for myself. Whatever. I'll pay for boobs. So, until next time, I'm Tatsudoshi.
Corn bourbon.
And you should go see The American, because it's actually good.
Yeah.
I don't think God's very interested in me, Father.